So here we go, guys. Is one of those videos again. The dev has been updated. Let's take a look on some of the new stuff. There isn't that many, but there are some. Okay, we start off with the vehicle that I already did a video about. So if you want a full review on it, the Harrier T10, the new premium 11.3 vehicle for the British that has an 11.7 air-to-ground BR, right? Ground BR. It can carry, of course, Mavericks. It can carry laser-guided bombs. It is pretty much the same as the Harrier GR7 with two differences. The main thing is that it has a secondary pilot over here, and it has way less flares. So it doesn't have the BOLs, so it means only 60 flares. So yeah, good luck with your Harrier if you are gonna buy one. So we continue with another new vehicle, the USS Colorado. I'm not gonna, talk too much about it, but yeah, the USS Colorado is here, 7.0 in BR, battleship for the US. So apparently more aircraft will have the sensor fusion, although it is not properly working right now, I don't think, but they are saying that more and more systems apparently will have the sensor fusion, which means that it will automatically choose if it needs to fire a flare or a chaff when trying to defend from an enemy's missile. Okay. There are some other interesting things, like for example the J11, guys. The J11 actually got updated, so now we actually have some other modifications over here, and as you see, the bombs, everything was added. So now we have non-guided bombs, we have some rockets out there, some S-25s, and then some GB250s, which is a laser and GPS guided bomb, which is pretty cool, and you can take a lot of them. You can take 6 of these bombs together with a pod, which is pretty cool. So let me actually test this, and just to show to you guys how it is, right? Because it is a very, very interesting bomb at the same time that it is a very interesting pod for a flanker, which is or Chinese flanker, which is something that we didn't see before, right? So let's just test fly this thing in here. So as you see here, we have the bombs and stuff, and you have second gen, I think it is, right? Or third gen. Oh my god, that's a lot of zoom. System for the J11B, which is pretty cool. Like I said, the Chinese flankers, they never had too many of these type of thing, so it is pretty cool. So it is GPS guided, of course, and it is laser guided as well, right? So let's try to hit this. I don't know where the bomb hit. Yeah, hit it before, but you get the idea, right? So that sensor is broken. But yeah, we have a laser and GPS guided bomb, and you can take a lot of them. You can take 6 of them. You can still take your beloved PL8s, and you can still take your PL12. So you can still defend yourself while doing air to ground, which is pretty good. And now I'm pretty sure the J11B is pretty much done, I think, right? I mean, the modifications out there, they might change it up and stuff, but at the end of the day, I think it's ready. It's ready for the launch, I think, which is pretty cool. This aircraft is actually going to be pretty amazing. But yeah. So for some of these new vehicles, we have these very weird icons over here, but yeah, F-15 icon. But it just means that the patch is getting ready to get released, okay? We are very close to it, and yeah. We're gonna talk about that in another video, but yeah, let's wait and see if the dev server is gonna be closed or not tomorrow first, right? But yeah, there is another thing. Do you know these little, like, inside the cockpit, like, naming and everything that you have when you are with a weapon and everything? So yeah, pretty much like this, for example. There's these buttons and AA, SM and everything, and like MFD names and everything. So there is one for the AIM-120C that they added in the files. So I don't know if they're planning to add the AIM-120C, but it feels like they're getting ready to add if needed, basically, right? So it will be there if the game needs the AIM-120C, basically, which is interesting. The VT5 is getting readier and readier, so yeah, now more things are working and everything. It's still not 100%, but things are getting ready to be, you know, basically put into the game, right? So for example, now it has the scouting, it has the machine guns, it has neutral steering, as you see, which is pretty cool. You have the machine guns, which is pretty amazing. And yeah, you have a larger ammo count and everything, although the ammunition is still just a heat round. You can see that the aiming reticle here is working properly now. It is just getting ready, basically, right? So the tank is almost ready, almost ready. It's not really ready yet, but it is almost ready, I think, right? We have an interesting addition for the new Certeza Ariete over here, that now if you use the camo net and everything, and you can use the camo net, but then you can use the net plus war kit over here. That for now I don't think it's ready, but now it has the extra weight, which is 5.5 tons apparently. So it is a very it doesn't change the weight over here, but it is a very heavy armor kit, I would say. So now it has the proper weight. Also, last but not least, let's talk about the SU-30. First of all, guys, I gotta say, some comments yesterday. Yes, I understand that this isn't a nerf. This is a fix. So they're fixing the vehicle before it gets added. But how do you say the aircraft became worse than what it was before? Saying that it's just a fix, it's not enough. Okay, so saying that it's a nerf, it's easier for people to understand what I mean. Okay, so I know a lot of people have a problem with that for some reason, that, oh my god, it's not a nerf, it's actually a fix. Yes, I know, man, it's not a nerf. The game, like the vehicle wasn't added yet, so it's not a nerf. So it's just a fix before it gets added. But the thing is, how do you say it in a very easy way with one word that it is getting worse than what it was at start of the dev server? The nerf word or buff word is the best ones to explain that. So yeah, just bear that in mind, okay? But yeah, we did have some other changes to the SU-30 today. The first one is that the bars radar got changed a little bit, so now you can have 15 TWS targets, before it was 10. And also, they apparently added a new mode, yes, the Search Pulse Doppler Velocity HDN, which, to be honest, in my opinion, it is one of the most useless modes ever if you have the normal TWS and search and everything. But it's still pretty interesting to see, you know, if a target is coming towards you or not. I just say that, I mean, it's just better to use the TWS, in my opinion. It gives you more information overall, right? So, not sure why this is a mode, but yeah, I guess it is realistic, I don't know. But indeed, it has this new mode. And then, for the flight model of the thing, the Mach rip speed changed from 2.35 to 2.1, so we have technically a nerf on the Mach speed. This is only going to Mach 2.1 now. Which is a little bit slower, but I mean, whatever, kind of, because you never used this much speed in a normal match, right? But then there are some other little changes, like for example, using ailerons will now only deflect 1 degree instead of 3 degrees of the thrust vectoring nozzles for that control axis at 900 kilometers per hour and onwards. Using the elevators will now only deflect 1 degree instead of 3 degrees above 900, which means that it is indeed a nerf in terms of performance, but not by much as well, okay? People are thinking, oh my god, it's another nerf. No, it's not that much. It just means that above 900 kilometers per hour, even if you have the maneuver mode on or the AOA limits off, it will have a little bit more of a safety margin that you cannot pull a lot with the TVC or the thrust vectoring, you know, as much as before. So now it will be a little bit more sluggish, a little bit, once it is at these speeds, okay? 900 and onwards. But, you know, it is a big change from 3 degrees to 1 degree, but at the same time, whatever, because at these speeds you are just compressing a lot anyway, right? So you have to get to a lower speed to make sure you are actually being able to turn, right? Another thing that I noticed is that the color scheme of the HUD changed, so now it's this purplish kind of color, which is pretty cool. So yeah, basically this is it, guys. There are other things, of course, but there aren't that many, to be honest. Other little things include like minor changes to stuff here and there that are fixes, basically, that are just not worth to actually mention or anything like that, okay? But at the end of the day, we are very close to the patch. I had a feeling that maybe things would not get ready, you know, to get the dev server closed tomorrow, but I have a feeling that it will, unless they are gonna add something else. But only the VT5 is, you know, the vehicle that I think it's lacking a little bit to get ready, and everything else is pretty much done, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, basically this is it. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, take it easy, of course, and I see you guys on the next one. So subscribe, leave a like, bye.